Okay, so Sarah, you around? Are you here?
Hi.
Hello. Okay, so Sarah New has been writing since she was 6. She specialises primarily in horror or fiction with horrific elements, but also writes speculative fiction and non-fiction. She has published 3 books: travel memoir The Great European Escape, gothic horror novel Amicis Liberis 2024, and literary body horror novel Hypochondria 2025. Sarah can be found on Blue Sky, Instagram and Twitter under the username Aldbera or at sararnew.wordpress.com. Her favourite European writer is Andrew Lyle, who is a horror author based out of the south of England. Andrew's work easily captivates you, draws you in with traditional horror imagery, but with an emotional human element at the heart of his stories.
Thank you.
It's
a bit, I don't know. I feel weird going after Christian. That was incredible. I'm reading a piece called Do Dreams Count as Liminal Space, which was published in 2024 by Genre Punk magazine, and it was nominated for Best of the Net. Do dreams count as liminal space? I think about the world I've found myself in before. Budapest, but not Budapest I have even found myself in before. The sky is sepia, and we are not the girls we are now, but girls of a bygone, forgotten, unreal age. We hop onto the day-long sightseeing cruise, but it turns out to be a 16-day international cruise, and weirdly, it is scallop-themed. We refuse to pay and ask to be let off, but they say that once we set foot on the boat, we can't leave, and we sail down the Danube. We are presented with a new scallop dish each night, different flavourings and sides and presentations, and we watch nonsense old movies that I don't think actually exist. One night you steal my garlic bread and I cry. Do dreams count as liminal space? I think about the time my brain tried to rewire itself. I find myself with my colleagues and we are at an aquarium like none I've seen before. The language sounds different to me and I struggle until I realise it's Dutch. I'm learning Dutch and it all suddenly makes sense for some reason. The boys, giggling to themselves, transfer a jellyfish from one aquarium to a small bowl and it bursts, jellyfish flooding towards us. One gets stuck on my leg, but I don't know the word for jellyfish yet, and I just scream, "Diviz, diviz." Everyone is hesitant, except one of my colleagues, sighing as only a mum can, as she helps me detach a jellyfish from my leg. Do dreams count as liminal space? I think about the time I sat in space. I woke in the waiting room. It looked like the reception at the doctor's, except it was less sterile and had a calming aura. The light was yellow and the sun shone in, and I was waiting for someone. I couldn't remember why I was there, but then the door opened and you were there and it all came flooding back, and I wish you were alive, I wish you were alive, I wish you were alive. Do dreams count as liminal space? This is my piece today. No, I do not read Swedish. Yes, I have forgotten how to pronounce these words. This piece is called Behold the Lobster Party. I get lost on my way to Fix Krogan. I do not mind particularly. This city doesn't seem to rush. People weave around each other at a leisurely pace. The Kattegat flows softly. Even the traffic seems mysteriously quiet. The stillness of Gothenburg is soothing. The trams are bright and blue. Their faces are friendlier than London trams, not as worn down or abused. I see passengers murmuring to each other softly as they speed away. There's a freshness to the air that you only experience in these places, somewhere between the land and the sea, and salt settles in my hair. House sparrows flit around, delightedly pecking at crumbs that I don't see. A woman smiles at me as we take the same picture of the same sunset, delighted to share the same joy. I enter the restaurant, realising too late that I've wandered into somewhere way above my class, sporting windswept hair and a Lion King t-shirt. The black tie-clad waiters ignore it, but I stand out like a sore thumb as I'm led to my table, staring at the glass chandeliers, the thick linen tablecloths, the bottles of champagne on the tables that cost more than my rent. If my sister were here, she would say that either that I'm serving frazzled English women or that I'm an embarrassment, and honestly, I think both are true. It's the beginning of Swedish lobster season. This gateway to the sea is the spiritual home of the hunt, hosting the first flavourful catch of the short season. The lobster party menu seems like a must, even though I'm unable to translate the price from Swedish krona to Great British pounds. It's a treat. My worries disappear quickly as the waitress appears with the fanciest plate I've ever seen, adorned with ice, lemon, samphire, and a scarlet lobster that barely fits. I'm unsure how to attack the lobster, but I delight in my reward upon cracking the claw, and I try to hold in my excitement lest I embarrass myself further. The waitress grins as I work it out, holding her thumbs up in excited approval. Looking out of the window, I'm shocked to see that the city is blanketed in night, and the canal waters reflect the illuminations of the bridge. I watch intently out of the window. A young girl darts home. A biker focuses intensely as his girlfriend casually throws her arms around his waist. I'm pretty sure I see a nun go by on a scooter, but I'm not convinced that's right. The tiniest cup I've ever seen is placed in front of me, and I delight in the richness of the bisque inside. The tiny cup is then whisked away, and pasta replaces it, another half lobster adorning the plate. Self-consciousness aside, I hungrily devour the pasta, wondering how I can recreate it at home. I will likely never return here, but I can hold the memories inside me. Leaving the restaurant, I savour the lingering taste on my tongue. The lobster is delicious.